build a WhatsApp customer support app with Grafo and ChatGPT. I'll show you the full workflow. We'll create an assistant that asks for name and use case, creates a ticket linked to the customer's WhatsApp ID, and hands the conversation to humans or bots as needed. Here's the workflow we'll implement: triggers, switches, OpenAI node, task creation and notification. Let's start by creating a ChatGPT assistant. But before we dive in, we will first build a user manual for our platform to guide the process. To create a ChatGPT assistant, log in to platform.openai.com. From your dashboard tab, go to the Storage section and open the Vector Store tab, where you can upload your user manual files. Next, create an assistant linked to that Vector Store. Then, head to the Assistant section. You'll find your assistant's name and its unique assistant ID listed there. From here, update the system prompt so your assistant can reference the uploaded documents and respond to customer queries with the right context. Next, choose the GPT model best suited for your needs from the list. You'll also see the Vector Store linked to this assistant, with all the files you've added. Finally, make sure the output is structured in JSON format. And that's it. Your ChatGPT assistant is now fully set up to provide intelligent, document-aware responses. Let's walk through the Grafo workflow for WhatsApp support and sign-up. The flow listens to customer messages, uses ChatGPT to capture details, creates a ticket linked to the WhatsApp ID, notifies the customer, adds the task to a Kanban board, and supports smooth eye-to-human handover. Let's start the workflow by adding a WhatsApp trigger node. This node activates whenever a customer messages your support number, and it requires your WhatsApp phone number ID to get triggered. Add a switch node from flow controls to route messages based on conditions. In the switch node, we define rules to control how the workflow routes messages. Here, we're checking the input JSON from the WhatsApp trigger and validating the text body. If the message contains the word sign up, it will follow the sign up branch. Otherwise, it's routed to the support branch. This way, the workflow knows exactly where to direct the conversation depending on the customer's intent. On the sign-up branch, let's add a WhatsApp execution node. This node sends a quick reply back to the customer, asking them to provide their name and use case. On the sign-up branch, add a quick reply node and configure the text body to ask for the customer's name and use case. On the support branch, we add an OpenAI execution node, which connects our workflow to the ChatGPT assistant we created earlier. In the configuration, we first paste in the assistant ID that we copied from the ChatGPT assistant. Next, under Credential Type, we select OpenAI API. On the Credentials tab, we can either choose an existing credential or create a new one if none are available. In this case, we'll select an existing credential that's already been configured. Finally, in the user prompt field, we pass the text body received from the customer's WhatsApp message. This allows the AI to process the customer's question, understand the context, and generate the correct response. With this setup, the support branch can now automatically handle customer queries using the ChatGPT assistant. Next, on the support branch, add a set node to capture and store the required parameters from the AI's response. In this set node, we're extracting three key values: the customer's WhatsApp ID, the AI's response, and the original user request. These parameters will be used later in the workflow to create tasks and send replies. Now, let's add another switch node. This will branch the workflow based on the AI's response type, routing it either to support handling or to the sign-up use case. In the support branch, the workflow responds directly to the customer with the AI's output. To configure this, we add a WhatsApp execution node and set the text body to include the AI response details. This way, whatever the AI assistant generates is passed straight back to the user, giving them a clear and immediate reply without any extra processing. On the sign-up branch, we need to create a task, so we add a Kanban board execution node from the application section. In the Kanban node, we have several operations like creating, updating, or moving tasks. For this flow, we're creating a new task in the backlog stage with the title, lead, plus the customer's name if available. We'll also include the AI's response details in the task description and associate the task with the customer's WhatsApp ID, so all future interactions are linked to that contact. When a task is created, we also need to notify the customer. If the task is successfully created, the customer receives a confirmation message with their ticket details. But if the creation fails, because each WhatsApp ID can only be linked to one task per board, we instead notify the customer that a pending task already exists, and let them know the support team will contact them shortly. Here's a demo of customer sign-up request. The bot replies asking for their name and use case. Once the customer replies, bot creates a new ticket and confirms it back to them. If this helped, like, share and subscribe. Need this built for your team? Contact support@grafo.live.